Wait, is EJ DiMera actually going to unlock those dangerous missing memories of Cat Greene? And how is that going to absolutely destroy Chad DiMera's life? We all know Cat is secretly obsessed with Chad, but with a strict custody agreement keeping them apart, EJ is swooping in for the kill. Are you kidding me right now? Welcome back to Peacock TV Spoilers, your home for all things Salem, and the only place you need to be for the most explosive soap opera updates. Today is a beautiful day to talk about the absolute chaos brewing on our favorite show. We are breaking down a massive summer preview that is going to shake up every single legacy family on the canvas. If you love deep dives, wild predictions, and the juiciest days of our lives gossip, smash that subscribe button right now because you do not want to miss what we have coming. Let's be real for a second, you guys. Sweeps month has been an absolute roller coaster of emotions. But the summer? The summer is about to bring a heat wave of sizzling romances, brutal breakups, and massive shakeups that will leave us all screaming at our television screens. We are talking about deep, unresolved feelings, toxic love triangles, and dark secrets that have been buried for years, finally exploding into the light of day. I honestly believe the writers are setting us up for one of the most dramatic, high-stakes seasons we have seen in a decade. Salem is never quiet, but the temperature is definitely rising. Let's start with the absolute mess that is Xander Kyriakis and Sarah Horton. I have to say, the chemistry between Paul Telfer and Lindsay Godfrey is completely off the charts. They are electric together, but their characters are driving me completely insane right now. They are currently living under the exact same roof in the Kyriakis mansion for the sake of baby Victoria. You would think this close proximity would lead to a passionate romantic reunion, right? Wrong. Sarah is using every single waking moment to nag Xander. She is constantly reminding him of his past sins, lecturing him on why he needs to change, and holding his history over his head like a dark cloud. And look, Xander is no saint. We all know his dark history as Victor Kyriakis' ruthless henchman. He has done terrible things, including his involvement in that devastating baby switch years ago that almost destroyed Sarah. But he is trying, you guys. He has fought tooth and nail for redemption. He is genuinely trying to be a good, present father to Victoria. Instead of giving him a little bit of grace, Sarah is just mercilessly dragging him at every opportunity. But Xander is not just taking it lying down anymore. He is firing back with his own constructive feedback, calling out her hypocrisy, and the tension in that house is thick enough to cut with a knife. They are still madly in love with each other. You can see the longing in every single glance they share, but they just cannot get out of their own stubborn way. They are their own worst enemies. And this is exactly where the drama gets incredibly juicy. Because guess who is going to swoop in to rescue the frustrated Sarah? Brady Black. Oh my gosh, I am rolling my eyes just thinking about it. If you ask me, Brady has the biggest white knight syndrome in the history of daytime television. He simply cannot resist a damsel in distress, especially when she is fighting with a bad boy like Xander. We are already seeing Brady step up to protect Sarah, while Amy Choi goes completely off the rails over Sophia's presumed death. Brady is playing the hero. But this is going to morph into a full-blown, incredibly toxic love triangle by midsummer and early fall. I think Brady is going to use Sarah's intense frustration with Xander to insert himself right into the middle of their fragile family dynamic. He always does this. Look at his history with Kristen DiMera, with Chloe Lane, with literally any woman who shows a hint of vulnerability. And Xander is going to absolutely lose his mind when he sees Brady making moves on his baby mama. Can you imagine the physical altercations and screaming matches we are going to get between Xander and Brady? The Kyriakis mansion is going to turn into an absolute war zone. I honestly believe Brady needs to focus on his own messy life instead of trying to play savior for Sarah. But the writers just love putting him in these messy, dramatic situations. Now, let's pivot over to the DiMera mansion, because the situation with EJ DiMera, Kat Greene, and Chad DiMera is about to become the most twisted, psychological storyline on the entire show. Here at Peacock TV Spoilers, we've been tracking this storyline closely, and we think EJ is playing a very, very dangerous game. EJ is currently obsessed with pursuing Kat Greene. He is fascinated by her mysterious aura, but there is a massive, glaring roadblock standing in his way. Kat is still completely, undeniably infatuated with his brother, Chad DiMera. And we all know EJ absolutely hates losing to Chad. This sibling rivalry goes back decades, fueled by Stefano DiMera's toxic parenting. And EJ will do whatever it takes to prove he is the superior brother. But Chad is completely off limits to Kat. Why? Because of the fierce mama bear herself, Jennifer Horton. Jennifer just laid down the absolute law. She offered Kat a tense truce for that whole horrific Abigail impersonation nightmare, but it came with a massive, non-negotiable boundary. Kat is strictly forbidden from going anywhere near Chad, Thomas, or Charlotte. If she violates that custody agreement and crosses that boundary, Jennifer will legally and personally destroy her. So Kat is completely trapped in a corner. She desperately wants Chad, but she cannot have him without risking everything. Enter the master manipulator, EJ DiMera. EJ is not used to women rejecting him or looking past him for his younger brother. He knows there is a massive gap in his memory regarding his time with Kat at that Italian rehab facility years ago. So, what is his brilliant, terrifying plan? EJ is going to Marlena Evans to get hypnotized. Yes, you heard me right. EJ wants Marlena to unlock his deep subconscious so he can remember exactly what happened between him and Kat when she was reading Wuthering Heights to him while he was lying in a coma. He wants leverage, and he knows the answers are locked inside his own brain. And Kat is absolutely terrified of what he might find. She is literally begging Marlena to violate medical ethics and sabotage the hypnosis session. Why? Because Kat was operating under a highly classified ISA cover back then. And if EJ remembers the whole truth, her entire life and freedom could blow up in her face. I think EJ already suspects she is hiding something huge. Dan Furigal is absolutely killing it in this role right now. He plays EJ with this smirking, arrogant, ruthless confidence that just makes you want to slap him and applaud his acting skills at the exact same time. He is the perfect soap opera villain. If you ask me, EJ is going to uncover a massive, earth-shattering secret during this hypnosis session, and he is going to use it to ruthlessly blackmail Kat Greene. He wants her in his bed and under his control. If he cannot win her over with his dark charm, He will absolutely force her hand with blackmail. He knows she is obsessed with Chad, so EJ will probably threaten to expose her ISA secrets to Chad, the police, and Jennifer if she doesn't comply with his romantic demands. It is classic, vintage, Stefano DiMera manipulation, and I am here for every single second of this delicious drama. Finally, let's talk about something a little more heartwarming, but just as dramatic for the summer canvas. Jada Hunter and Sean Brady. Sean is finally getting released from the hospital after his terrifying ordeal, and Jada is moving him right into her apartment. Talk about moving fast. But honestly, I think this is exactly what Sean needs right now in his life. After all the intense trauma, the heartbreak with Belle, and the endless emotional spirals he has been through over the last few years, Sean deserves a fresh start with someone stable. The romantic sparks are already flying between these two, and it is beautiful to watch. Jada is a strong, independent, fierce detective who doesn't take any nonsense from anyone. She has survived her own massive heartbreaks, especially that whole messy situation with Eric and Nicole. So she knows how to handle a complicated man. Sean is a legacy character who desperately needs a solid, grounded anchor in his chaotic life. I absolutely love the natural chemistry between Brandon Beamer and Elia Cantu. They bring this mature, realistic energy to the screen that perfectly balances out the absolute psychotic chaos happening with the DiMeras and the Kyriakis families. I honestly believe Jada is going to help Sean heal his broken heart, but let's be real, this is a soap opera. We all know a massive plot twist is waiting right around the corner to test their new relationship. Will Belle come back to ruin it? We will have to wait and see. Wow, you guys, the town of Salem is going to be absolutely burning up this summer with all this intense drama. Now I want to hear from all of you. Do you think Xander and Sarah will finally figure things out and get back together, or is Brady Black going to ruin everything like he always does? And what do you think EJ DiMera is going to remember about Kat Greene under Marlena's hypnosis? Sound off in the comments below and let me know your wildest theories. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Make sure you are subscribed to Peacock TV Spoilers so you never miss a single update. See you next time for more shocking twists.